Just look at that.
Can't believe there's an actual train going into somebody's real house. Look at that.
It's so crazy.
That's a big crowd. Everybody was here on this train for that same station. Our whole plan of coming to Chongqing city was majorly centered around seeing this one. And we finally got to see it in person after seeing it on so many viral videos on the internet for the last so many months. I'm actually pretty surprised because initially I thought it was just like a gimmicky thing on the internet, but it's actually very real.
See, the metro station is actually on the 6th floor of the building, and all the floors which are below that are like commercial things like shops and restaurants and all kinds of things are there. And then a few floors on top of the metro station is actually a residential apartment. I can't believe that people actually stay there with metro just passing right below them every 5 minutes once.
It's really funny to see clothes hanging on the balconies and a metro train going right through one of the gaps in the building. So this one is called Liziba metro station. It's one of the most popular attractions in all of Chongqing, and as you can see, it's a very busy area. So many people. I think this is the most number of tourists we have actually seen while in the whole city these 3 days.
To come here, we took the metro line. We got to experience the train passing into the building. It was really crazy. We were in the first coach of the metro and it was filled with a lot of people.
Once we got into the station and got off the train, we were pleasantly surprised that when the train started moving again, the building didn't shake at all. It was so quiet. There was no sound at all. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think they've done a lot of structural science to the whole thing that keeps the whole building still comfortable for people to live in without any noise or vibrations. That's pretty cool. Somebody wanted to take pictures with Shish. Now everybody wants a picture. From the metro station, we caught on another train and we came out here to an ancient town called Ciqikou. And the town's right behind us, but we were so intensely hungry, we had to come get some food. It's now 2 o'clock and incredibly hot. So we got some tea noodles. It's pretty much the same that we had yesterday, and we really liked it so much, so we had to get it again. And after this, we head into the old town and walk around for a couple of hours. We're now in Ciqikou Old Town, which is a little old town from a very, very long time ago. That's actually just outside Chongqing city center. We got on the metro to come here, so it's actually very accessible. But one thing we didn't expect after coming here was that nearly every single old house is now a shop. So things are just getting sold everywhere. And in between all of this hustle and bustle, you can still see some of the old architecture. were just reading about Ciqikou, old town, and we learned that this old town is actually almost 800 years old now. 1368 is when it was first founded here, and for almost 300 years this town existed between the Ming and the Qing dynasties. This little town is actually on the Jialing River. The Jialing River merges into the Yangtze-Kiang River just in Chongqing's modern city where we're staying. And considering this is the outskirts, you would have never imagined that this was actually old Chongqing.
Yeah. So inside this town we see a lot of old wooden buildings with all slanting roofs, and all these roofs have this pointy curve at the end, which is really interesting. I think this is how it was in the olden times. Modern buildings, none of them have this kind of architecture. It has a traditional Chinese vibe. Most of the shops have these yellow and red lanterns hanging in front of them. And
I'm sure if we come here in the night, it would be super beautiful. But even now, it's just incredible because you get to see the colors of these wooden walls. They're really nice.
But today, this ancient old town has kind of turned into a shopping area with all kinds of modern shops. We even saw Starbucks inside the old town.
Which is surprising. We even saw Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
We don't have Dairy Queen in India, as far as I know. But it was quite funny to see like a Western chain in the middle of an old Chinese town.
There's a lot of greenery around. There are plants growing everywhere.
We were just walking in one of the alleys, and then we ended up in a very weird place. It looked like it was it's from the communist era, like from the revolution era, and then we found out it's all staged to look like that era because they're doing a photo shoot over there. It was really cool. For a moment it seemed a lot like the bunkers we had visited in Georgia and Russia in the past. It's a cube made of Rice Krispies.
Yeah, small rice crispy balls, sweetened a little bit, and they've added some kind of
Cherry.
It's sweet. It's nice. It's crunchy. Good. When you walk on these streets of Old Town, there's somebody or the other just handing out samples, so you can just take some, taste it, enjoy it. If you want, you can buy it later. It's just so much fun. You get to taste so many different kinds of desserts or food they're making. Strawberry peach. Time for some freshly squeezed orange. Now we want to go to one of the deepest metro stations in the world.
So we're right now here, and the tallest point of the metro station is here. This is entrance 4, and the deepest entrance point is 2. And I guess this distance
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 escalators.
we're now walking on the lower level of the 2 platforms. And what we've now understood is that we must head up to entrance 4 to go to the highest point and head down to entrance 2 for the lowest point. I don't know if we can actually pass from 4 to 2 in one go without, passing through ticket gates again. But we're still on the platform ticket, so we have to exit. So you want to go to the very top?
Yeah.
Or very bottom?
Top to bottom.
Okay. So we have come out to entrance number 4, which is at the very top of the mountain hill. This is the first station we could enter from if we are on foot on the street. So this is the highest point on this metro station's entrance list. So we are at the very top, and now the plan is to go all the way down.
We're going to go from entrance point number 4 to entrance point number 2, which is supposed to be the lowest entrance point of this metro station. And what we're going to do is we're going to time ourselves.
The metro station, which is in between, is actually inside the mountain, and then the very bottom goes down to the river level. From there you can continue driving, but as you can see here, this is very much a very busy part of the city. So it's like Chongqing is starting to feel very, very fascinating in a very different way. We haven't experienced this in any other city we've been to till now. Because it's a very long distance, we're not gonna vlog the whole stretch, but we'll take a time lapse of it with this camera. So
yeah, so now it's 6:37 and let's start.
Let's go. Yeah. Ready?
Yes, I love riding on escalators. The bottom, and this is entrance number 2, and right in front of us
you can actually see we're at the very bottom of the mountain. There's actually a bridge here, and then there's also another flyover, it looks like, but that bridge clearly shows that we're at water level now because it's super high up. This is crazy. So,
and on the way I saw so many people just climbing up and down the stairs. I think they just do it like their exercise, evening exercise or something. It's crazy.
What we learned from some of the boards that were put up inside the station is that there are 860 steps going upwards from below, and it's about 141 meters. So what we read on Wikipedia probably isn't the most accurate. I don't know. Here it says 141 meters. That's actually very deep. So it was very fun to ride this, but it was also a very long journey. Now we have to go back another 4 flights of escalators, and then we should get back on the train so we can get back into the city.
Let's go.
That was fun though. So we just got out of the metro, and the metro station is right under this mall. So we came out of the mall, this one.
Raffles City Mall.
So this is the same as the one in Singapore we talked about in yesterday's vlog, but we finally got to see inside. It's just a big mall, but it was pretty fancy. We saw a number of shops.
But look at the outside.
Look at the lights.
We're under the boat.
We went inside. We wanted to check out the Apple store and the Sony store just to understand what prices are like in China. They are way cheaper than back home in India. They're also pretty cheap compared to the US, it seems like.
We just stepped out of the mall and we had no expectations of what to see, but look at this view. There are so many skyscrapers all lit up with lights. It's like as if somebody has taken one golden pen and drawn lines all over them, like a geometry shapes.
It almost exactly feels like we're in Singapore.
Or Bangkok.
The Marina Bay. Yeah, or Bangkok. That's true.
Oh, the bridge is also lit up.
That's the bridge that we were supposed to see yesterday, but we missed it. And they told us that this bridge you must not miss when in Chongqing because it lights up very beautifully. There's one on either side of the peninsula, which is like basically the little island thing that we are staying on. It's the very core city center. And each of these, you can see both.
Whoa,
No, that's a completely.
Well, there are so many bridges here, so
It's too
all of them are lit
confusing.
up.
It's too confusing. The plan for the evening was to go back and sleep because we have a train to catch tomorrow again to the next city.
We are so tired. Like the last 2 days, we have been walking around so much in Chongqing. Our legs hurt so badly. And even on the first day when we came to Chongqing, we had all these fancy plans of going around and enjoying the nightlife of Chongqing and all. But then unfortunately, we got an SMS telling that our train ticket had been cancelled, which was supposed to go tomorrow morning.
This was for tomorrow's journey to the next city, Chengdu.
And then we panicked so much because if we would not be able to get to that place, and all our subsequent bookings would get messed up because we had booked our hotel, our next train, and everything, all our plan would just break apart.
Basically, in China, trains run out very quickly in the last 2-3 days before the journey. That's why we had to book at least the next 2 train tickets. The plan was to get to Chengdu next and then from there to Xi'an and from Xi'an to Beijing. And these routes are pretty busy actually right now because we are almost at the very end of school year, and then basically everybody goes on holiday in China for 2 months.
And after experiencing a standing train on that, we never want to take a standing train again because
it's really annoying.
Not comfortable, yeah.
It's really annoying. But anyway, we booked in advance, got a message from the railways company. They collect your phone number, so they send you a message anyway, and they told us that our train was cancelled. We panicked, and that was our very first couple of hours in Chongqing. So we ran back to the train station that same evening, looked for alternate tickets. We still haven't got a refund. They said it would be automatically processed, so we're waiting for it, maybe a week or so to get it back. But we did find an alternate train 1 hour later than what time we were scheduled to leave at. So we booked booked those tickets, and thankfully it was the same price.
Yeah, but it was a messy first day in Chongqing. And by the time we finished all this,
so
it was
tired.
like late in the night and we were too tired to do anything.
So we just went, ate some food, and then went to
Yeah,
sleep.
but I think we could have easily spent like 3 to 4 days in Chongqing, if not more, because there's so much to do, so much to see, so much to eat.
That's true. Like, these lights are so distracting. You'll see me looking at it every couple of seconds instead of looking at the lens here. But that's just it. Chongqing it's one of those mega cities that we were really curious to experience. We have, the closest we could relate to with India is the skyline in Mumbai or the very busy lights in the IT corridor of Bangalore. But of course, this is many times bigger because it's obviously one of the largest cities in the world with 32 million people. Back home in Bangalore, I think the population of our city is about 10 million, about 1 crore. So this is 3 times that. So it's fascinating to see how somebody lives in a world like this. So could have spent more time, but we're also ready to move ahead to the next place. Chengdu is really popular for pandas, so Shish is very excited to see them in person. And what now?
We'll just walk around, look at the lights for some time.
We were supposed to go look at this place which is really popular for hot pot. It's apparently like this very cool looking building. So we'll see you there in a moment. Look at that. That behind us is the most famous hot pot restaurant.
It's not just one big restaurant, it's a bunch of many hot pot restaurants in Chongqing all in one place, and look how nicely they've lit it up.
It's like so bright in yellow that there are people on the other side of the riverbank who've all gathered to click pictures right there. So every internet article said after 7:30 this is where you should be in Chongqing. So
clearly they were right. We just learned that there are over 1,000 seats inside. So at a single point in time, 1,000 plus people can sit and eat food. That's so cool. We we're at this hot pot restaurant and we were wondering how do we go back to our hotel, which was like 1.5 kilometer uphill. We just saw this building. We thought, okay, fine, let's just go in. And if there's an escalator, there should be a way out on the other side. We just got in and we came up and we are back at Ciqikou Low, the same spot we were at yesterday.
A really funny thing is, you don't need to panic about climbing heights in Chongqing. This is the 22nd floor. Just 2 minutes ago, we were at the ground level, at the river level. I'm panicking how to go all the way to our hotel, which is so far above, at least 150 meters of an escalation in height, and we're so exhausted. But this is so cool. Look at that, we're back to all the lights again.
Wow!
I'm so hungry.
I'm so happy I didn't have to climb up the stairs.
Shish has decided to write an exam in Chongqing.
So we came for dinner. We had to have the Chongqing hot pot. So we came to this really local-y looking restaurant, and as soon as we came, they noticed that we would not understand Chinese. So they gave us a little paper. It has all the vegetables and meat written in English. So we can just write how much of each of them we want, and then they will get it for us.
By the way, this is our first ever time eating hot pot. So we have absolutely zero expectations. We've never really tried it before. And we're actually very curious because everybody said if you're in Chongqing, you must try hot pot. And because that crazy place was so crowded, so we decided to come here. It's just about 100 meters from our hotel. So worst case, if we are very full, we don't have to drag ourselves too far. Best case, we're very full, we don't have to walk too far either.
This is exciting. So we've got this big bowl filled with two kinds of sauces. I think one is like really spicy sauce which I can see red chilies floating on it, and the other one is a clear veg soup. I think it's just boiled water with some tomatoes, cucumbers and sprouts, and we have just dipped all the vegetables we had ordered into this soup, and we're just waiting for it to boil a little bit so that we can have. And then in the small bowl they asked us to mix whatever garnishings we want, so I have taken some garlic, some coriander, spring onions, pickled carrots, and I think Namit has got a different version of it without garlic, I guess. But I don't know how people sit in front of this and eat. It's so hot, like the steam is coming to my face. It's our first time and we have no clue. I've dipped the entire vermicelli into this. I can't even see. First time.
I told her.
Okay. Okay. Well, we took a long time to learn how to eat in hot pot. We asked the restaurant people to help us, and finally, after nearly 20 minutes, we are finally getting to enjoy our food. This sauce, I must tell, it's extremely spicy. It's like if you dip once, you have to like spread it into so many vegetables. You can't just dip one piece in it. It has to be multiple pieces. I really didn't think Chinese people would enjoy this level of spice.
It's crazy.
It's super crazy. So spicy. Having hot pot is really a lot of work. Maybe we should have chosen some other day to have
I think Shish has a better hang of this food than I do. I'm just gonna continue struggling through the evening, and we'll see you again in the next vlog. Bye.